Shout out to everybody. It's good to have everybody back. Yo, y'all don't know what I had to go through to be able to be here right now to talk to y'all. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel. Shout out to YouTube, man. YouTube has made like some... They've been reaching out. Shout out to YouTube. They ended up verifying the channel. I appreciate, YouTube for what y'all did. They sent me the redemption code to go ahead and order the plaque. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. We're gonna put the plaque probably right here. You know what I mean? I appreciate all of y'all. We got 3,000 subscribers. It's continuing to go up. It's going crazy. Can y'all hear me? You know what I mean? Let me know if y'all can hear, if the mic is good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in here, let me know if the mic is good. If it's an issue with the mic, maybe go ahead and, you know what I mean? Like refresh it, but everything is hooked up like it should be. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section, but we gonna get to some of this news. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody.
Gabbard to be the director of national intelligence. He's sending a signal that we have lost our mind.
The American people delivered quite an incredible mandate for change.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Shout
out to Tulsi Gabbard too. Like she did a really good job advocating for Donald Trump. Shout out to her. Let's listen to this.
Day has caused widespread panic with Washington.
Shout out to the boy Devory Darkins. If y'all can, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. His channel's been going crazy. This dude got like 300,000 subscribers in like 3 weeks. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, the political arena is mad different. Way different. Like Republicans really is stepping out and like supporting a lot of creators. I've been reached out to by a lot of like people y'all wouldn't even believe, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just... it's all y'all, man. Y'all liking these videos, y'all subscribing to people's channels and stuff like that. That's moving the needle. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean?
Establishment, Democrats, left-wing media. Everybody is losing their mind. And the latest case is with Tulsi Gabbard, who's been nominated for Director of National Intelligence. That would mean what? She went from being on the terror watch list to being a person that can literally walk into the room and fire some people, right?
Yo, she is, like, I'll say this about Tulsi Gabbard, like, she know what she talking about first and foremost. That's the lady that was laying into Kamala Harris, like when they were trying to go for, you know what I mean, president and all of that. She is very, very well versed in the political arena, and she is beautiful. Like, I mean, I don't know. Tulsi, I'm just, she all right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tulsi Gabbard. She all right.
Of course, we're going to start with the crazy reaction from a neocon, war hawk, John Bolton.
Well, I don't know, with his announcement of Tulsi Gabbard to be the director of national intelligence, he's sending a signal that we have lost our mind when it comes to collecting intelligence. This is... up until a few hours ago, I would have said that was the worst cabinet appointment in recent American history. Of course, since Matt Gaetz's nomination, he clearly has taken the lead on that score. But it's not an indication that the administration is serious about one of the most important aspects of dealing with a threat like China, which is intelligence.
Why do you feel that way?
Well,
I don't mean to jump in.
Let me give you an example. Sure, let me.
I mean, she was in the military and everything, but national intelligence... like, she's smart. She knows her stuff. What, wasn't she like a colonel or something? Like, she knows her stuff, but national intelligence, they gonna try to pick at her as much as they can. So, like, I can't wait for her to, hey, she been like uploading videos, but I can't wait for her to like start making her case. Like, she's gonna have a lot of support from Fox News and people like that, but I want her to go ahead and make her case. But shout out to Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, sure. Let me give you an example of Tulsi Gabbard at work. The day of an intelligence briefing to members of Congress, January the 8th, 2020, when under President Trump's direction, the United States had eliminated Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Quds Force, Tulsi Gabbard said in an interview with Jake Tapper, and I quote, that she was concerned about the illegal and unconstitutional act of war that had been carried out under President Trump's orders. So that's the kind of person that we're going to put in charge of our overall intelligence community. I don't think either she or Matt Gaetz...
Wait, hold on. What did he just say?
Legal and unconstitutional act of war that had been carried out under President Trump's orders. So that's the kind of person that we're going to put in charge of our overall intelligence community. I don't think either she or Matt Gaetz ought to have a confirmation hearing until they have both had full field FBI investigations.
All right. So in an earlier video, I stated
Full field FBI investigations. We trust in everything the FBI says now. Come on, y'all. Like,
why these people are being chosen for really three main reasons. Okay. Number one is the loyalty factor. Number two is making sure that Trump does not get stabbed in the back. So eyes and ears. And number three, someone who's going to go and clean house.
and you know what's very interesting? Trump is putting a lot of females in some very, very prominent like cabinet positions. Like, so the running thing that's going on TikTok, I'm looking at everything, right? People are saying, oh, Trump, he's a misogynist. Like, he doesn't like women. He's trying to take rights away. He is putting these women everywhere. Like, even like the person that's going to be like the speaker of the United Nations and all that. Like, all these women are getting these super powerful positions. So it's very difficult right now. Like, if you're making the case for, this is me being fair, if you're making the case that Trump doesn't like women, and then you got to think like he's trying to get like men out of women's sports, you know what I mean? So he's doing all of this and like kind of trying to protect women, you know? So it's like, it's very difficult right now to say anything negative on him in terms of women. Like, I don't think you really can, like, right now.
And I find the irony to be interesting here, where it was just recently that Tulsi Gabbard was part of
Hit the like button if y'all can, because we got to get into the algorithm. Your boy ain't been live in politics in a minute. It's a lot of competition. You got a lot of fake news out there. You know what I mean? Like, we try to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? In the algorithm, hit the like button. I can see y'all hitting it. Somebody hitting the confetti. Appreciate you.
Spy program where they were spying.
Double
on her.
tap the screen.
And she was on the terror watch list. For what? For what reason? What
Wait, they put her on the terrorist watch list? Like, nah, bro, y'all bugging. Not Tulsi Gabbard, y'all is but you know they do be doing stuff like that. Like, when you in the military, like they do look at you like kind of strange. Like, a lot of times, unfortunately, they do. Like, people that, you know, support the country and everything, like, they do.
Investigations were conducted to, I guess, justify the government to do something like that, right? There hasn't been anything that was publicly stated.
What's up, Sugar Black? What's up? I'm just a vet. Appreciate y'all. Deontay Kennedy, the members in here. Appreciate y'all.
From the government,
up,
from
Dre?
DOJ. So I just find it how it's full circle now, right? She's going to be the person in charge, making sure that that's not happening to people, of course. But also, she gets to hold people accountable. So maybe it's time for them to pack their bags and get out of there, right? But here is her, in her own words, what she had to say about getting nominated.
Here now, newly nominated Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Woo! Tulsi, huh? Was she Samoan?
Tulsi, we're all very proud of you. Take us into the room or the airplane when this was offered to you. How did it go down?
We had a great conversation and talked a little bit about the work that needs to be done. And I was grateful and honored to accept President Trump's offer to serve our country and support his objective to defend the safety, security, and freedom of the American people as the Director of National Intelligence.
How do you think foreign capitals are taking your nomination and the nomination of other people in the national security apparatus?
It's a good question. I think President Trump has already shown how active he has been in not waiting around for day one.
Yo, he literally, like, watching what I was just about to watch. Hold on, let's see this. Shout out to Sean Hannity. Hold on. Shout out to you, Devore. We're gonna get back to you later. Let's watch. Shout out to Fox News. Hold on.
The co-chair of President Trump's transition team, Tulsi Gabbard. Will you think about going into the administration? I think you are a phenomenal asset.
That lady, perfect, bro. Tulsi!
in so many ways that people that I know that people
I see you,
may
Dre.
not know. And I've got to imagine
like
that
button.
there is a position in this administration for you. Are you interested?
This is up to President Trump. Obviously, he's looking to assemble a team right now. If he asks me to serve in a position where I feel I can be effective to help him carry out his objectives, of course, I'd be honored to do that.
Let me ask you about women were lied to about abortion in a whole variety of ways. Old people were lied about Donald Trump taking away Social Security and Medicare. The Harris Walls ticket.
Isn't that like really strange? Like they spewed all of this negativity and like like people really believed a lot of that.
Supported gender affirming care.
What's up, Brittany Parker? I see you coming in here. Shout out to you. What's up, Dizope Action? What's up?
For minors without parental consent. They support sex change operation and amnesty for illegal immigrants. And then they say they care about women's rights, but they were completely silent on all of the women that the dozens of them that were murdered by their unvetted illegal immigrants, the dozens that were raped by those people or accused of it. They don't seem to care about the hundreds of Americans victims of violent crimes by unvetted illegal immigrants. How big?
And you know, like, shout out to Sean Hannity, but I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, who are super like illegal immigrant sympathizers. It's like, I don't, let me show y'all this video, bro. Like this is literally crazy to me. Like, come here legally. Like, if not, I don't know, man. Let me show y'all this video. This guy, right? So it says, we are not leaving America. This is basically what the guy said. We are not leaving America. My son and I are not leaving New York. My son was born here in the USA and he's American. I sent a previous video telling you that if you pay us $20,000, we might leave. I'm waiting for your answer, Donald Trump. Like, what? Hold up. What?
No nos vamos de aquí.
No nos vamos de aquí de Nueva York. Nos quedamos aquí en Nueva York, yo y mi gordito. Entonces, por favor, respóndame el otro video que le mandé. Si usted no va a sacar, dándonos $20,000 porque este hijo mío es de Nueva York. Es estadounidense. Donald Trump, espero por tu respuesta.
No, he did not, bruh. No, he didn't just say that. What?
How important were these topics to voters in your view? How big an impact did it have on this race?
Yeah, Sean, that's one of the things that really gave me hope in seeing the results of this election is the American people, the vast majority of the American people didn't fall for the lies and the propaganda that they were pushing out, and they saw through them. They saw that in Kamala Harris and in the Democrat elite and those who were backing and propping her up in the propaganda media and big tech and so forth, they saw that these are people who don't really care about the American people, that Kamala Harris was saying things that she thought would convince voters to support her. Whereas when you look at President Trump, you know, throughout the campaign, he delivered the same message everywhere he went, regardless of the demographic of people that he was talking to. He wasn't trying to curate his message to tell people just what he thought they wanted to hear. And he was addressing very real issues that the American people are most concerned about. And so in the results of this election, we saw, of course, a vast majority of Americans.
What do you guys think in the chat, right? What do you guys think about Tulsi Gabbard? All right. Forget how beautiful she is. What do you think about her being like, you know, the intelligence person? Like, what do y'all think about that?
Americans placing their trust and confidence in President Trump, delivering a mandate and rejecting Kamala Harris's agenda of open borders, of censorship, of free speech, of freedom of religion.
Respect VA said, we love Candace and Tulsi. And then Brennan Christian says she's cool. Sam said, my family lives near border. They find unalive bodies of people on their land. They have been robbed. It is crazy. Wow. That's insane.
Of crime in our communities, her agenda of continuing to wage stupid, costly, and unnecessary wars that are counterproductive to the interests of the American people, and instead embraced President Trump's vision and promise, rejecting the neocons and warmongers of Washington, promising to
Hey, Hookhouse Beat said the beauty blinds me. I know, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, let's look past this.
People, and instead embraced.
Time said she's always been okay with going across the table. She has a few flaws, but who is perfect? Exactly. The only thing that worries me about her, and this is me being like all the way real, nothing. Thug life. Tulsi Gabbard, we with you. Wait a minute. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, double tap the screen. It is what it is. We riding with Tulsi. She cool. Y'all thought I was gonna say something about it. Shout out to her though. Hold on, I want to show y'all some more stuff I've seen. So Don Lemon is talking about leaving Twitter. He said, I've loved connecting with all of you on X, but it's time for me to leave the platform. I once believed it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency, and free speech, but I now feel it does not serve that purpose. Like, get out of here, Don Lemon. What are you talking about, bruh? A lot of people thought that CNN, you know what I mean, was a place of free speech and, you know, you can voice your concerns, but let you go up there and say you a Republican. It's over. Y'all go, you know what I mean, go crazy. Like, so nah, bruh. Don't do that. And Twitter is like, if you look at a lot of social media platforms, Twitter allows you to get away with they have a lot of latitude that they give to people. And I think what's happening, because I see his comments, people go in on him, you know, and it's not like Facebook or, you know, Instagram or something. You know, if you get a little bit too wild, you know what I mean? Like they just, you know what I'm saying? They might like warn you or put annotations or do something else like that on Facebook or something like that. But on Twitter, they just allow you. Twitter is like the new Wild Wild West. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, they trolling them, bruh. They going in on it. He hasn't deleted it yet. He's making an announcement that he's gonna be done with Twitter. But then he's trying to use Twitter to lead people to another platform that he's using. If I was Elon Musk, I would just, all right, you out. Peace. Hit the button. It's over. You want to talk crazy, Don? Bye. You want to talk spicy to me? But he said, I once believed it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency, and free speech, but I now feel it does not serve that purpose. In addition, starting this Friday, November 15th, X is implementing new terms of service, which, among other things, state that all disputes be brought exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas or state court located in Tarrant County, Texas. The full term of service can be found here. And he goes ahead and he puts it out. He said, as the Washington Post recently reported on X's decision to change the terms, this ensures that such lawsuits will be heard in courthouses that are a hub for conservatives, which experts say could make it easier for X to shield itself from litigation and punish critics. I think that speaks for itself. You can find me on YouTube at The Don Lemon Show, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. What is Blue Sky? Like, I don't even know what that is. It says, I hope you will join me there, right? This is what, bro, I'm not about to be downloading no Blue Sky, bro. Like, you bugging. Like, just go. Like, if you want to leave, just go. Then you got Joy Reid. Shout out to Tiffany Fong. Hey, Tiffany, you done got lit. I don't know if y'all know she didn't got lit. So Elon must like her. Shout out to Elon Musk. You must like her, bro. Because he been like retweeting her and liking all her posts and commenting on her posts. And so she been like, how many followers she got now? Because she just like a regular, like I was following her when she had like 12,000 people. She up to like 241,000 people. And people are taking, this ain't like hating on her or nothing like that. Shout out to her. So people been taking like all her posts, like I've been seeing them like on different like conservative like media, like talking it like she just regular. This is a girl that Elon Musk like. But shout out to her though. You know what I'm saying? She ended up putting a post out. So it's she said, "Oh no, MSNBC host Joy Reid has deleted her X account. Guys, what are we gonna do on here without Joy Reid and Don Lemon and The Guardian?" So it shows it's not deleted. Like she like hiding it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can like hide it or whatever. She didn't really delete it. If she would have deleted, you would know. You know what I'm saying? Like she just hiding it. Let's listen to her.
Guys, so today I finally did something I've been meaning to do for a while.
Hold on. Oh, well, she might be doing it. All right, say this deactivated your. Oh, wow. You're about to start the process of. Wow. She really about that life.
I finally did something I've been meaning to do for a while.
Hold on. Copyright. We're turning it off. Did she do it? No, she didn't. She tricking us, bro.
And
she tricking us. She didn't hit it. Joy Reid, you playing us. Wait a minute. Joy is playing, bro. You ain't playing us, Joy Reid.
And the reason for doing it, and kissing goodbye my 1.9 million followers over there, is because I hadn't been posting for a long time. I just didn't want to contribute content once it was purchased by its present owner. But just having it there, I was only holding on to it because
Yo, they are so mad that he got elected. What, MSNBC put her up to this or something? Like, I'm wondering, like, yo, this would be good PR. People don't watch us no more. So we got to do something. Delete your Twitter. We'll pay you. You know?
Really didn't want someone trying to take over that name and using it for nefarious purposes. I was a little bit worried about that. And also every so often I would use it to just like sort of look at news that was trending and what's happening. And I would just sort of use it as like an aggregator. But I just realized that that's not really worth it, because in order to like do the news aggregation and just look at all, you have to wade through a lot of dreck and a lot of just abuse and a lot of just negativity. And it's just not worth it. And, I think that we sort of prioritize this,
people letting her know how they feel on her posts. She can't take it no more. That's what it is.
This idea of like follow.
Leo says she's swimming in the lefties' Kool-Aid. Dre said, imagine how she actually looks without. Hey, I can't say nothing like that. Somebody said you are not lost. Sick said awesome, no loss.
Word count and these, it's become like a modern kind of.
The Storm 45 said no more 30 million a year.
Testament to your worth, and it really isn't.
Yo, I heard. I don't know if this is true or not, but they were looking at trying to sell MSNBC because the ratings were low. Hold on. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Viewers flee MSNBC, a flock to Fox News. Yeah, because New York Times put that out, that people are leaving and flocking. All right, so it said abruptly resigns following Trump's shockingly. What? Nah, bruh.
No, it's just about the quality of the interactions that you have and the communication that you have and what you can provide, the content that you feel like you can provide that's helpful. So one of the things that I really want to lean into on this app and on, the apps that I'm still on.
So she's on TikTok, but she supported a party that implemented legislation to get rid of TikTok. And then we reacted to a video of like lefties saying that they feel like social media needs to be. Come on, bro. Like, what is she doing? All right. So New York Post, MSNBC ratings plunge after, hold on. Yeah. MSNBC ratings plunge after Trump election victory as more than half of primetime audiences flee. It said MSNBC primetime viewership plunged 54% in the days after Trump won the White House as the network's audience tuned away from its left-leaning coverage, according to a report. 54%? Yo, that's low-key crazy, y'all. That's a lot of, yo. Yeah, they're hurting. MSNBC primetime viewership plunged 54% in the days after Donald Trump won the White House, as the network's audience tuned away from its left-leaning coverage, according to a report. The Comcast owned cable news channel, which drew a daily average of 1.1 million viewers throughout October, saw its audience shrink to a daily average of 736,000 on the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday after the election day, according to Nielsen Media Research data report by Fox News. That amounted to a 31% drop following Trump's decisive victory, in which he swept the popular vote and all 7 key swing states. Meanwhile, Fox News ratings surged a whopping 61% during the same period, according to the data reported by Fox. So, they leaving. I'm gonna say this. Like, when I really started paying attention, you gotta think, like, people are really focused now, and they like, who is really telling me the truth out here? And when they start hearing her, they're like, nah, So it's difficult listening to her, then listening to Sean Hannity, or listening to, you know what I'm saying? Like, she sounds super left to where it doesn't even make sense anymore. You know what I mean? So I think she's like part of the reason I'm thinking that could be hurting them. So many MSNBC shows, including those hosted by Alex Wagner, Joy Reid, and Lawrence O'Donnell, saw their smallest audiences of the year on Friday. MSNBC was hit hardest during the primetime hours between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Viewership of its primetime shows, including Alex Wagner Tonight, All and with Chris Hayes, and The Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell, dropped 54% to 808,000, according to the data. That's after the network averaged 1.8 million viewers in a coveted time slot throughout October. The losses are a sharp turnaround from Election Day, when MSNBC's election night coverage, anchored by Rachel Maddow, averages 6 million viewers, besting CNN's 5.1 million viewers, according to the data. That's interesting. But you also got to think, there's a lot of left-wing news. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that many like right-wing like news networks. So they have to, you know what I mean? They're fighting with each other for an audience. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but realistically, I hear what Fox News is saying. They're saying like their ratings went up, and they're thinking like that's what happened. People left there, but it could have been people like leaving MSNBC and going to CNN. It could have been like stuff like that too. You know what I mean? Or maybe, I think what's really happening, when Joe Rogan dropped that interview with Donald Trump and people saw how he actually is, it kind of made people like, this dude is completely different than we've been told. You know what I mean? And then Nelly said, if Lemonhead and Joy would have been honest, but they lie and crazy, it's karma. And then Whoop Life said, super left is an understatement. And then Sam said, my family was going down to our property at the border. We were pulled over by Highway Patrol. The officer chastised us for being down there. Too dangerous. And then, I don't know, man. But this is interesting. It said the losses are a sharp turnaround from Election Day. Okay, let's see. All right, Fox News came out on top on election night with 10.3 million viewers between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, according to data. I mean, it's a sweep. Like Trump, like that was a sweep, bro. So it's like, I mean, maybe people is just like tuning into Fox now, like starting to realize, like, when I found out, I'm like, Fox was telling me the truth the whole time. Like my mind was blown. Like when I made the switch, like my mind was really blown. Like when I really started to see what was going on, maybe people are just waking up. Sharon, it says Sharon Waxman, a former correspondent of the New York Times and founder of Hollywood news site The Wrap, argued that the media needs a total rethink after the election. Even like Charlemagne the God, and I seen Stephen A. Smith, like he said, some things in regards to Kamala Harris's campaign and how it was ran. they got to do something, man. Like, I think they're super out of touch with reality. You sitting up here calling this guy Hitler, you know what I mean? Like, and he doesn't give you any indication that that's what it's going to be. You know, he's already been the country's leader before. He did 4 years. We had a great 4 years. You guys did 4 years. People were feeling the pressure. We don't care about a Beyonce or what's her name? Jennifer Lopez or a Usher or a Eminem. And now we finding out they all like sold out. You know what I mean? Like getting paid all that money. Meg Thee Stallion, like $4 million for her performance. Eminem get paid $1.8 million. Beyonce reportedly, allegedly gets $10 million. Oprah allegedly gets $1 million for an interview. Even though she tried to come out and say she didn't get paid for the interview, people are pulling up the documentation showing that the production company got 2 payments of $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Which equaled out to $1 million. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like, these people make so much money, and it's cool that people make money, but we can't identify with them. You know what I mean? And then I'm sitting here listening to Donald Trump say that he's trying to get, you know, to make it to where if you work overtime, you don't have to pay taxes. He's saying, like, if you have a car loan, we're going to make it to where you can, you know, the interest rate, you know, the interest that you're paying on your car loan, you can deduct from your taxes. If you're taking care of, you know, your elder relative, like, we're going to try to figure out ways to where you can, you know, get some tax incentives off of that. Like, no taxes on tips. Like, you know, this dude seems like he's more for the betterment of the common man. And he's saying things like, yo, I want to get rid of, you know, the mandate, you know, the auto mandate to where all cars had to be electric, like by a certain date, which would have just put Detroit out of business completely, is what Trump was saying. Cause he's like, yo, we don't have like all the battery material here in America to be sitting around building all of these electric cars. They're going to be built in China. You know what I'm saying? We still need, I mean, I got 2 Teslas, you know what I'm saying? I got a regular car too. You know, I mean, I think we need both of them right now. I don't think we to the point. I don't think the grid is that good, you know, to where everybody needs to be forced to go electric. The cars are way too expensive. Like, I did good under Trump, you know what I mean? So I was able to, you know, have money to go ahead and do that. But like the cars, like realistically, like they way too expensive. You know, just cars in general, and then you electric cars on top of that, like, nah, bro. And then if you get an electric car, like I live in Tennessee, bro. Let me tell y'all. So if you get an electric car, when you go to, what's up, Emma? I see you in here. When you get an electric car and you go to renew your tags, it ain't just the regular rate that they, or the regular, what it is with a gas car. They charge you like $293 or something like that every year just to drive your car. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like 398 or 298. I can't remember. Well, I got 2 of them. I have to look at my bank statement. $298 or $398 every year. If you have an electric car, that's what they charge you to renew your tags. I think it was like the Democrats that like implemented that. So you're gonna have like an expensive car. You know what I mean? If you live in Tennessee, you're going to have an expensive car. Not only are you going to have an expensive car, you're going to have to pay an expensive price just to be able to drive it every year on the road. And then some insurance companies want to charge you more because it's electric. If it gets into an accident, chances are it's going to get totaled. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all kind of, bro, like, so Trump is like, nah, we removing that mandate. You know, people want regular cars. They don't want to be forced into electric cars. Some people don't like the way the cars look. You know what I'm saying? I got a Tesla because I don't want to like buy gas no more. But they look like frogs. Thug life, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't like the way they look. Like, they don't want to be forced into buying, you know what I mean? Like an electric car. Some people just don't like them. Some people old school, they may just like gas. Like, it's just what it is. You know, so I mean, I like that he did that. I mean, he just like he's thinking for the common man, and he's real relatable. I think what she should have did, Kamala, she should have done the Joe Rogan podcast. She should have did. Why are you going to like call her daddy podcast? She didn't even go there. Like, she had a whole call her daddy, called whatever that podcast is. She had a whole set built for $100,000. She could have paid like $5,000 to have it built. And she paid like $100,000, $120,000 or something like that to have that built because she was too good to fly to this girl's location. Well, she could have saved mad money. Then this lady's over $1 billion. What she raised like over $1 billion, and then she's $20 million in debt. This is ridiculous. Y'all wanted her to run. Long story short, she should have tried to relate to the people. When we looked at her policies and we weighed them against Donald Trump's policies, the live that we did, she actually had, she probably didn't know what the policies were. She had some good policies. The only problem is, like, if she would have focused on some of them, like when, you know, like you're taking away fees, like, you know, these companies like Ticketmaster and all that. You buy a ticket, you getting all these fees, and you park your car somewhere, they doing all these fees. She said like you paying like $450 to like $650 a year in fees alone for like random things that you don't even think about. You know, and this is what we're trying to stop in America. We're trying to stop price gouging on groceries. They should have been doing, like, putting that into people's mind. Like, she put in people's minds, I grew up in a small town, in a middle-class neighborhood. Like, she put that in people's minds. Or she tried to instill fear in people's minds about Donald Trump. She should have tried to be more relatable. That would go a long way. And they should have put a muzzle on Joe Biden, because Joe Biden was out there ruining her campaign. Am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton already, wasn't it her called like Republican voters like deplorables? You know what I mean? And then here comes Joe Biden calling everybody trash or garbage. Like, come on, man. Like, they should have stopped him. Like, just let her run, do what she got to do. You know, but that whole situation weird anyway. It's like you didn't step down as the president, but this lady running for president. Like, how does that? None of that even made sense to me. You know, but she should have just been more relatable. I think Oprah was trying with her, but she was just she couldn't really control her thought. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. My personal opinion, she could have did better, but I mean, that's why she got smoked in the debate with Tulsi Gabbard. Remember Tulsi Gabbard? She was smoking her. Like, so, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to, like, say, like, mean things about Kamala Harris. It seemed like I'm bullying her at all. Shout out to her. I mean, she did try, you know, but, you know, you got a lot of people in your magic earrings telling you things. You know, you in a presidential race, you just gonna go ahead and say whatever they gonna say. You know what I'm saying to you?
President Trump's vision and promise, rejecting the neocons and warmongers of Washington, promising to end wars and prevent World War III and nuclear war, you know, bring our economy back to life, lower the cost of living. And
another thing is, like, people say, oh, well, we don't want Donald Trump to have the nuclear codes. We don't want none of this. And we don't like he's dangerous. Like, they say all of these different things, but you sitting up there with a guy that can't even, like, walk across the sand without almost falling. Like, he's trying to walk up Air Force One steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like falling. He don't even know where he is half the time, and you want him to have control of the codes. Y'all is wilding. Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, KP said the contract's allowing people to be, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And make life better for the American people. So this is a clear mandate that...
Yo, they got Stephen A. Smith on here. Hold on.
All right, here with his take. I admit it publicly. He's a friend of mine. We don't agree.
Oh, y'all friends? What? Yo, he went hard for Kamala Harris. Like, he shot me when he did that blog. I was like, what is you doing, bro? Like, he went crazy for her. But then, like, you know what the funny thing is? Then I seen him talking about she got smoked in the... What did he say? He was talking about the election. He was like, I call that an A-whooping. I'm like, what side was you on? Because you was going out, you was with the lefties like crazy. But then now you on camera like she got smoked.
A lot on politics.
Funny.
It's ESPN host. He's a rock star. There is no, as far as I'm concerned, there is no ESPN without my friend Stephen A. Smith. I watched you on The View today. How you doing?
All right, how you doing, Sean? Congratulations on the election, the results.
Thank you.
You called it. You said it was going to happen. I can't refute it. I can't refuse the fact that the president of the United States, the president.
Hey, hold on. I'm about to turn it to subscribers only, and this is I just want to slow it down because I like to talk to my subscribers. I don't want to be like one of these people going live that don't get a chance to. That be ignoring their subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Hit the likes if y'all can. Double tap the screen. Hit the hearts. Hit the confetti. All of that. The emojis. All of that. We got to get into the algorithm.
An elect is well deserving of it. It was a wrong.
Yo, respect VA. How you going in on his hairline like that? Yo, hey, Sugar Black, the chat is petty. Why did Respect VA just go in on his hairline like that?
It was an annihilation. I know a lot of people are trying to, label it like, you know what, he won a little bit in a lot of different places. I don't want to hear that. He won, and he won in absolutely convincing fashion, so much so that I think that in light of those results, we have to.
Yo, hey, Respect VA, bro. Like, I might have to put you on timeout for 10 seconds, bro, because you messing me up, bro. Like, because now I'm looking at his hairline. Yo, you crazy, bro.
Look at this election as a referendum on the Democratic Party in America saying, we're not feeling where you are. We're not feeling where you tried to go. We want no part of it. We're not having it. And they made their choice, and we all have to accept it.
And you were very gracious, by the way, privately. We have our own conversations, and you said that to me, and I'll live with it. And I've had elections that I really wanted my side to win that they lost, and you know what, Stephen?
I've been looking.
I go on.
Hold on. I've been looking and trying to find out why he was trying to vote for Kamala, because when I hear him like critique her, it's like, all right, like, why are you voting for her? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know what his reasoning was to, like, I mean, you vote for whoever you want to vote for. I just don't know what his reasoning was.
And I plow through, and I do my job. There's not going to be retribution. None of the hosts of The View are going to be taken off. I used to go on that show. They wouldn't even they wouldn't accept a conversation with me at this point. Isn't that pretty pathetic? Because I used to like what people.
Hold on. Mark Topping said other countries are already making deals with Trump to buy our oil once we start oil production.
Goldberg. Joyless Behar.
Well, listen,
she's a little. Yeah.
I would ask that you don't look at the show. What you should look at is the ideological tilt that has taken place in our country. We've gotten to a point where, God forbid, somebody has a difference of opinion and a different form of ideology, then you're damn near the Antichrist. And that's not what makes this country great. I mean, the reality is that, you know what, we could sit up there and we could say what we want.
What are they gonna do? Like, the Democrats, like, think about it though. Like, thug life, like, really think about it. Black people are becoming conservative, like a lot of us, you know what I mean? It's just like, bro, y'all can't. The Democratic Party, this is what y'all gotta understand, right? Y'all have for years gotten the black vote and have done nothing for black people that we can look at and be like, all right, y'all really are trying to help. Like, y'all haven't done any of that. So now you putting African Americans in a position to really have to make a choice and be like, all right, since y'all not going to do nothing, who is going to give me the best chance to make something of myself? You know what I mean? Be fair. Like, who's going to give me the best chance? And like, when you look at them 4 years that you had when Trump was in office, and you look at how much money you had, it's like, and then you look with the 4 years where you went with the Democratic Party, it's like, yo, it's a no-brainer at this point. Because if you about money, if you about advancement, it's hard. Like, I'm just saying, like, just me being realistic, it's very difficult right now to lean left. And it doesn't matter, like, what Don Lemon says, because a lot of us don't even really identify with Don Lemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, like, he's not, I don't know who he be talking to, but he's not a representation of us. We don't identify with Charlemagne the God. He can't trick us into to voting left. Like, if any, y'all picked the wrong people. Like, Charlamagne the guy, y'all literally have to, like, Democratic Party. Let me highlight y'all real quick. Charlamagne is one of the most detested people that is on a radio show in the hood. Like, people don't like him. So y'all y'all would have had a better chance just getting DJ Envy to try to, like, nobody really likes Charlamagne. He's not like a spokesperson for blacks. Like, y'all could have picked anybody else. Like him, that was a bad pick. People already don't want to watch him. They know he's biased. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think y'all just picked the wrong people. I think y'all are out of touch. Honestly, that's what I think.
And everybody has their different opinions about Donald Trump. You know how I felt. You knew why I didn't vote for him. I don't like the way he behaves. I think the presidency is a statesmanship position, and I think that level of hubris that he's accustomed to showing needs to be dialed back.
And then Sugar Black said, definitely not Charlamagne.
But having said that, the bottom
line, Stephen A. Smith, like, I don't even think we like him either. And me being real, bro. Do we? Like, I don't know. He be saying some off the wall stuff. Like, did y'all had all the Diddy people up there? Kamala! You don't know we all paying attention to the Diddy trial? And you got everybody that Diddy cool with on stage? At the podium? Glorilla, come on! They wasn't thinking, y'all. Plies. Who be on Plies Twitter? Lizzo, come on. What are y'all doing?
Line is simple. You can look at a lot of things on the right or the left. He talked about the economy. Okay, Biden inherited, what was it, like 1.5% in terms of inflation. It ballooned to over 9.1% before it got dialed down a little bit. We looked at open borders. Barack Obama was once considered the deporter in chief because he actually deported more folks.
Obama was getting people up out of here, right? So if people don't like Trump's borders are, he was there during the Obama administration. He got a lot of people out of here. He know what he doing.
Then Donald Trump, but Biden comes into office, and the first thing he does, day one, executive order, he opens the borders, and obviously that created so much tension. And then you look at the culture wars, the identity politics, some of the transgender issues that people.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he kind of breaking it down, like the issues. Like the identity politics. How many of y'all was tired of the identity politics? Like, let's keep it all the way thorough. Like, we didn't want to hear that, bro. Like, we was just like, I don't care about none of this. Who gonna lower these prices of the groceries? That's all we care about right now. We ain't trying to get into all that. And they have made that, like, bro, they have made that party so, like, unidentifiable to, like, a man. Like, and I'm just saying, like, if you a dude, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they anti-man. It's like, come on, bruh. I ain't saying that y'all completely, but it just seemed like that. Like, the people y'all, it's like, what is y'all doing, bro? So it's like, in America, and I'm gonna be real, I felt like America was against men. Did y'all feel like that? It was taking away free speech. You couldn't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, all that. Then, like, if you a man, you say, you scared to be on Twitter like, yo, I'm about to lift weights in the gym. You about to do what? That's my size on this stick. I'm just about to go to the gym. So what? So you can look at girls at the gym? So you can look at girls on TikTok? You couldn't do nothing. Like, man, I'm about to go outside. I'm about to change my oil in the car. Oh, you gonna do it? You ain't gonna let a woman do it? I'm just changing my oil. Like, it's like you couldn't do nothing. Am I wrong? Yeah. Yo, I seen like these 4 years, like they got this thing called MGTOW. It's like men going their own way, right? It's like dudes are just fed up and they just like, I don't even want a relationship no more. It's crazy out here. That's how it's like men going their own way, doing their own thing. That has been like going crazy in the last 4 years. Like dudes are just like whatever. I'm going to the club. I'm gonna find a girl, you know what I'm saying? Take her back to the house. I'm hitting, and that's it. I don't want no relationship. Now I ain't trying to deal with all this mess. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
He opens the borders, and obviously that created so much tension. And then you look at the culture wars.
Darren Darmanin in the comments, I think he was a subscriber, he said America was setting a bad trend. Bro, even when I went to Europe, bro, like I was hearing how they was talking about Americans, like, oh, they soft, they, you know what I'm saying? America, they, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, anti-man, like the women now, like, we want the man job. We don't need the man. Don't nobody like the man. I'm shaving my hair and I'm not touching my man for a year, for the next 4 years. Like, they doing all this, bruh. Dudes is kind of looking like, nah. It's like a war on men. Oh, and then what's her name? Michelle Obama. Don't listen to your man. Vote for Kamala for us. I'm like, what? Like, come on, bro.
The identity politics.
Somebody said they messing with the algorithm. Nah, the video going up, bro. They ain't messing with it. Hit the like. Stop playing with me. Shout out to Tulsi Gabbard. Hit the like button. Double tap the screen. I forgot they ain't got a like button on there. Double tap the screen. All of that. Hit the confetti. Everything.
You know, some of the transgender issues that people were bringing up in terms of individuals transitioning from male to female and wanting to participate in female sports and stuff like that, or sharing the same bathroom as females and all
that was a big deal for me, bro. Like, it's like, man, I'm not about to have some dude like I will homeschool my child before I allow that to be happening, bro. Like, that's crazy to me. It's crazy. And they just be fighting for it. Like, yeah, like they should be. And then I found out when we were watching the Piers Morgan debate, right? He was debating. And we found out, I think they had Piers Morgan. It was like Sarah Palin and Mehdi was on there, right? And Mehdi and Sarah Palin was going back and forth. But they revealed that 900 awards have been given, like Women's Sports Award. Like 900 of the awards were given to men. Like, how can they compete? Like, do what you want. Thug life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, they should have their own, like, sport. That's not fair for the women. You know, and Trump saying, like, we done with that. Like, we ain't about to keep doing that. And that's like a protection for women. It feel like, to me, like protecting y'all.
America said, hey, we're not down for that.
Imagine if y'all like playing volleyball and there's a dude on the team and he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hit somebody with a show. Or y'all play, you know what I mean? But I don't know these girl sports. Might get mad and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like you going up in what is that called? The net? They going up in the net, like trying to hit the ball. He might just shoulder bump somebody before he hit the ball. Bink! And she go flying back. Dudes can get aggressive. Like, y'all gotta pay attention to what y'all doing, man.
Not going for it. And no matter what you try to throw in our direction, that's not what
hit the super chat. Stop acting like a Democrat. Wait a minute. Shout out. But he laying out, you know, why she had a problem.
concerned about. We're primarily concerned about the economy. We're primarily concerned about our borders and about being safe. And they voted that way to send that message. And all we've heard over the last couple of days is folks going absolutely bat crazy because the candidate that they preferred to win didn't win. And I just want to take a moment to remind everybody, this is America. Guess what? Sometimes you don't get what you want. But we are known for having intestinal resolve and making sure we're able to march forward and work with whichever candidate ends up being in office and winning, and find a way to work with one another and reach some degree of compromise.
One thing I did like about the Democrats, right? They were saying like, yo, I mean, after Kamala Harris waited a whole day to do the concession, you know, that she conceded, right? But she said like, yo, we want to make sure this party, we want to make sure it's a peaceful transition of power. Look, Kamala, y'all ain't got no choice. He overwhelmingly won. That was a blowout. He overwhelmingly won that election. Go to AP News. Like, so ain't no like, oh, we just want to make sure, because y'all can't contest it. If it would have been like maybe 20,000 votes off or something, they could have been like, nah, we doing a recount. We don't trust this. But it was so clear. And it's like the only state she really won was the states that people say have no voter ID. California governor don't want to stop that. He talking about he don't want to like send illegals back. I hope there is something that they can do like to make like get rid of that governor, bro. Thug life. There got to be something y'all can do. That governor is selling California out. I don't care. It feels like it. I'm not saying it's real. Just feels like it. Thug life. When they asked him, yo, are you gonna like send people back? He's like, we not doing that. I'll be looking like, what? This America, bruh? We don't want to send nobody back. Like, oh yeah. You see all the people on Twitter X like going to the polls like, I don't have an ID. I think my name is this. They're like, go vote. But I think hold on. Can I show y'all this? Dude was like, yo, I think my name is this. I think I live here. I think this. I don't know for sure. They like, yeah, go ahead. Go vote. I'm like, what? Like, if X didn't exist, like Twitter didn't exist, we never would see stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah, the governor don't want to send them people back. You know?
So we have civility in this.
They sell it. Newsom is selling everybody out. Allegedly. He rich. I want to say allegedly because a lot of people be watching my live, so I'm saying allegedly. Shout out to Respect VA for the donation. Appreciate you for sponsoring this. Sugar Black with the $5. Appreciate you for sponsoring this. You get a thug. Both of y'all get a thug life. It's lit. Shout out to y'all.
The chaos. It's going to be up to Donald Trump to contribute to that, no doubt. But the way I've seen some of the Democrats reacting since Kamala Harris lost, to be quite honest with you, is utterly ridiculous. I'm not going to get into any names, but it's been utterly ridiculous.
You know, one thing, when I'm on your show, I do all the talking. When you're on my show, I let you do all the talking. We kind of have this unspoken agreement because but together when we have conversations.
I do like that about Sean Hannity though. Shout out to Sean Hannity. You know what I mean? Like he do be letting like his guests, like depending on what's going on, he be letting them talk. Like even if it be like at times to be the opposing opinion, he might let you rock, let you talk.
They're really thoughtful conversations. Mm-hmm. They're real. We keep it real. Okay. You know, you always tell me to stay in my lane.
Exactly. Rich Cosma in the chat said, voter ID, they got you begging them to take away your Fourth Amendment rights. What?
In politics, I tell you to stay in your lane. Sports, but you're making a lot of sense tonight, and they would be wise to.
Martha Moore, a subscriber, said they hear illegally, then they need to go back, and before Trump is back in the White House, and come back legally, or get deported and never get to come back. I like that. Stay in Mexico. It's like, all right, you want to come here and seek asylum? Cool. Stay in Mexico until you go through the process. Because now you got Venezuelans, like you got wild people just like I was talking to this lady, she's a writer for Demi Lovato, right? Demi Lovato is a singer or whatever. I was hanging out with this girl, right? Thug life, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of us hanging out. I wasn't just hanging out with her, you know what I'm saying? She cool with like some people I was cool with. And so she came from like South Africa. And she was like, she got married and everything. She was telling me, now that I'm married, I have to go through a whole different process and vetting, and then we got to do an interview, and then I got to like show like my wedding photos and do all this crazy stuff. She was like, just to, because she had a visa, and I think she was saying like her visa every 3 years she had to like go up and like reapply and like all of these different things that she had to do. And she's like, now that she's married, she's got to go through this process. It's like real stressful to get her green card, right? Because, you know, they got to make it a little bit hard. Otherwise, people just come here and, like the old days, like get married and get a green card. But she was like, people are telling me, like, what I should have did is just went to Mexico and just came here. It's like, been here. You know, she was like, I'm, like, very upset and hurt that I did all of this and people are coming here and getting all of this government assistance. And they are. Eric Adams in New York was giving $350 a week in food vouchers. That is $1,400 a month in food vouchers for illegal immigrants that are here illegally. And people get to stay in the high-rise hotel. Thug life. What is this? Man, I went to New York. I was paying like $400 a night. And they get like free hotel. They be getting all that. Like, come on, bruh. Like, but yeah, she was like, I can't believe like all of this is going on. Like they aren't allowing this. She was like, but now they know I'm here. You know what I mean? I gotta like keep doing like what I'm supposed to do. But that's crazy. Like, so some people that are here legally are very frustrated that other people can just come over and do whatever they want to do. Like it's, you know? And then Marsha Maurer said, you are one of maybe 8 people who have actually pronounced my last name correctly in 24 years of marriage and 27 years of being with my husband. Shout out to you.
Listen to you. And more importantly, the spirit in which you're telling it. And I give you a lot of credit for that. You know, here's where I see it.
Poor George said they're doing that here with Somalians and Asians.
Tell me what you agree with.
You know what's kind of weird though? Like the Asian like demographic, right? It's like, shouldn't we all just be Americans? Thug life. It's like black people, white people, Mexican people, Latin people. It's like, why are they not included too? Like they be coming here like with businesses. You see what I'm saying? Contributing, paying taxes, buying like expensive everything, you know what I'm saying? They be having the most lit cars, like the Lexuses, like oh, they be paying their taxes, having these big houses. Like include them too. Like in what y'all saying. Like I just felt like when the Democrats were running, it just felt so separatist to me. I did not like that. And shout out to Hook House Beats with the $2 donation. He said, Thug Life. Appreciate you. Emma said, everyone please hit the like button, tap the screen, or hit the dots at the top. Subscribe to the channel, share the live, support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you.
Agree with. They could not run on one thing that they could point to where we were better off than we were 4 years ago. One major thing that improved the lives of the American people. The campaign ended with, you're a racist, you're a Nazi, you're a fascist, a misogynist. Even Barack Obama and Stacey Abrams calling African-American men misogynists and sexist. Stacey Abrams says they're racist. And a lot of what they said was just flat-out lies. Kamala told us for 3 years the border was secure. It was not. Everybody knew it wasn't. She said for 3 years that inflation was transitory and denied that we had an inflation problem. She also lied during the campaign, her final argument. She told American women, she told them that Donald Trump's going to sign a national abortion ban. That was a lie. She said Donald Trump will limit your access to contraception. That was a lie.
And we watched, shout out to, what's his name? Odom. It's like a black guy. He's a conservative. He broke down a lot of the fallacies that people were saying about Trump. Like he basically exposed all of that. And we heard Trump out of his own mouth, you know, say that, yo, I'm for IVF. I'm for, You know what I mean? Like for the life of the mother, I'm for. Like he was just saying, like all the situations and circumstances, he's for people to be able to, you know what I'm saying, like have the baby, like to terminate the pregnancy if, you know, things happen. So like they just lied about a whole lot of stuff on him. Marsha Mara said, Greg, I've been watching this channel for roughly a month, and today is the first time I've been able to comment under his name. Is a subscribe, double tap to like.
She said that he would ban IVF. That was a lie. She tried to scare seniors and say that he's going to take away your Social Security and Medicare. He promised he would not do it. Benefits went up in his first term when he was president. So analyze that strategy. You can't run on what you did or what you succeeded at. So you're going to go to the lowest level, tell lies, and call people Nazis and fascists. Not a good strategy, Stephen A. Not nice either.
Well, I'm not going to deny that it's not the greatest strategy. I don't know if you're entirely, completely accurate in everything that you're saying, because I can think of lies that the other side as well. But I will say this to you.
Well, say them then.
If you're Kamala Harris, what you could have done is lean on the reports that the economy was actually getting better, and it actually is in a good place compared to where it was. You could have acknowledged that. Guess what?
Not true.
I was a bit wrong in the position that I took on the border. And obviously, it's not about flip-flopping. It's about me correcting the error of my ways. She didn't do that. But in the end, I will tell you.
We're going to let him talk, but let me show y'all this real quick. Jamie Lee Curtis. She getting on the train of leaving Twitter. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Your account. So she left Twitter as well. Yo, she had like mad followers though. Good riddance.
I'll do you a favor and tell you where the biggest crime came about from the Democratic Party. You had a situation with Biden, who promised to be a transitional president.
Nah, bro. No, we heard what you just said, bro. Y'all heard what Stephen A. Smith just said?
And tell you where the biggest crime came about from the Democratic Party. You had
So she gonna unalive Michael Myers. And then she gives like Elon Musk the finger. I'm leaving Twitter. Don't nobody care. Go! Get out! Jamie Malinky, tell her she gonna leave Twitter. Don't nobody like her.
Situation with Biden, who promised to be a transitional president. He labeled himself a stopgap, somebody that was going to come in there, sort of calm the waters, and then move out the way for.
Hold on, my bad. Marsha, did you hear what he just said about Joe Biden?
The Democratic Party. You had a situation with Biden, who promised to be a transitional president. He labeled himself a stopgap, somebody that was going to come in there, sort of calm the waters, and then move out the way for a young blood to come into the fray, and new blood rather to come into the fray and be the next president of the United States. There was supposed to be a red wave in the midterms. It didn't happen. What does he do? He's the incumbent. He gets comfortable and says, "I'm not going anywhere." And that threw everything up in flux. So suddenly he's debilitated a bit. The cognitive decline is something that we were witnessing. People were noticing it. But
so you're witnessing this and you're noticing this, Stephen A. Smith, and you still wanted to vote for this party that's allowing things like that to run our country? Is that what you're saying, Stephen A. Smith? Tell me that's not what he's saying.
Didn't want to speak about it. You let him go on stage and get embarrassed. June 27th, 3.5 weeks later, you elevate her. She never went through a primary or anything like that, which raised question marks. And then what do you do from there on, Sean? You've got you obviously they felt they needed to do whatever they could to get votes. This is what they were doing, and it didn't work. It didn't work, and that's what you have to applaud. The American people have spoken. They said, we're not going for that. We're looking at policies. We're not going for all of that.
One last.
Hey, shout out to you, Stephen A. Smith. Like, it is what it is. You're like, yo, I got to keep it real. American people looking at policies. They don't care nothing about what you said, Kamala.
one last question.
Shout out to Jamie Malinky with the $4.99 said, love the channel. Your lives are so much fun to watch. Shout out to you for subscribing and helping me. Shout out to you. Appreciate you.
A lot of time. She never had to explain one time why she co-sponsored the Green New Deal, $93 trillion, and said she'd eliminate the filibuster.
Yo, she co-sponsored the Green New Deal and said she would eliminate the filibuster. That's crazy.
She never had to explain her position on gun mandatory buyback. She never had to explain why she said the rioters in 2020, 574 of them, won't stop, shouldn't stop, and she won't stop supporting them. She never had to explain... She never had to explain, you know, why we're going to pay for free sex change operations for illegal immigrants.
Can I help you out?
And give them amnesty when they don't.
Somebody said, and man, this is chat. You can voice your opinion even if you're opposing. Leo said, how are we feeling about Trump's neocon Warhawk picks? Like who? Because, what's her name? Kamala Harris was riding with Liz Cheney. She's a big Warhawk. But like, what picks? You think Tulsi Gabbard? I'm not like being disrespectful or anything. Shout out to you, but like, do you think Tulsi Gabbard is a warhawk? I don't think she is.
Respect our laws. Will you agree with me? And we have 30 seconds for you to answer. That legacy media is dead. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't think legacy media is dead, right? Because you've got people that are. Maybe they may be like 60 plus. 60 is like really the new 50 now, because I'll be seeing some 60-year-old people that look mad young, but like 65 and up, right? It's people that may just be used to, let's go 70 and up, that just may be used to a certain type of media. You know what I mean? Just turning the TV on and experiencing certain things, and they may not be as willing. Like, I mean, there's some people like, maybe of the older generation that, they can work their way around electronics and they look at new stuff too. Like, it is what it is. Not trying to be ageist or anything, but they may be just used to a certain type of media. So those people they're always going to have. I don't think it's going to just go away. You know what I mean? But I think it is in jeopardy of losing a lot of viewership. A lot of, I would say like the younger like audiences, they don't really look at legacy media anymore. I don't think they really appeal to. Joy Reid is not going to appeal to like a 25-year-old who is just getting into politics or learning what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She's not really going to appeal there because she's too far left. So I don't think they have the curb appeal to really get people interested anymore in what's going on, because there's too many free sources of media. Right? That are, free thinking like sources of media. And you got Snopes, you got, you got things like that now. Like people are really like paying attention to who is down the middle, midline is going to tell me what's really going on. I don't want to hear somebody far left. I don't even want to hear somebody far right. Who is midline is going to tell me what's going on. That's how people are thinking now. So in terms of those people, I think legacy media is going to hurt. I think what could end up happening is the people that own these legacy media companies, right? Because they're owned by actual people. They may start to see a decline in the revenue coming in, right? And then they may look at it like, oh yeah, we got these news licenses and we got these like media companies. Is it time to sell now before it gets worse? You got the advent, you got like Joe Rogan. This is a massive like YouTube, Spotify, crazy fan base that Joe Rogan has. Imagine the people that's going to be going on there in the next 4 years and like enlightening you. You know what I mean? Like making you like see, like when JD Vance went up there and talked to Joe Rogan, you see how many people on TikTok like, yo, I didn't even know JD Vance was that dude that was in the movie that was on Netflix. Like, y'all know what he really went through. Like he went through, The Ringer, and to see him in that position is just amazing. And people got to see like the real JD Vance by sitting down with Joe Rogan. So if Joe Rogan can keep bringing people up, he cool with Trump. Like, keep the, the morale, like, what I mean? The public perception of people like a certain way. Like, I don't know. And then he got Elon Musk with him. Like, I don't know, bro. Elon Musk is basically telling everybody on Twitter, like, y'all the news now. And now people are like really going crazy. Everybody getting paid on Twitter. People going crazy, like showing like different news articles, different news clips. And like Twitter is literally becoming news now for a lot of people, you know? So I think the legacy, you know, and then Twitter is really exposing the left. That's what's going on. That's why they want it shut down. That's why you see, let me show you this. Yo, Joy Reid is wacko, bro. Let me show y'all this. That's why you see Hillary Clinton and her saying things like this. They want to get rid of Twitter. Listen.
He has lost his privileges, and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation, and that has to stop.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's, and then you get him.
Free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one.
Yeah, we need free speech. So you got one person against free speech. And you got one person for free speech. And Elon Musk, this is Elon Musk putting this out. And Elon's got like 204 million people following him. And he just constantly exposing people on his Twitter. Like, so, hey, man. Yo, the Democrats, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but y'all got to start rethinking the strategy. Let's start now, you know, and try to get a handle on what's going on. Like, because the Rachel Maddow, all that, it's not going to work. Steve Colbert, that's not going to work.
I'm not,
because you got like people who are about to graduate college and all that. They don't want to be getting out here and having to have roommates. Imagine, hey y'all! Shout out to PGZ with the $2 donation. Shout out to you, Piper Boy. I'm a new subscriber. Appreciate you. No, you not. You been in here. No, but you know, imagine like you finishing college. And it's like, yo, you just dealt with like having roommates and all of this. And then now you have to really consider it because it's too expensive. You know what I'm saying? And Marsha, like, just think about that. Like how people are thinking like, yo, I was just super struggling going through college. And then now I got to get into the real world. I don't think we can do another 4 years of this. And so they're getting educated. And then you got the Republicans going to the college campuses and debating people. And winning the debates. Then you got Candace Owens, like a lot of people identify with her now. And she been like going crazy. You know what I mean? Like kind of putting out alleged like, you know, family tree of like Kamala Harris, just showing a whole lot of things that people never seen before. Having series on it. Like people just waking up like, yo, we don't even know who this lady is. We're finding out she went to college. Started college in Canada. She went to high school in Canada. Her formative years was spent in Canada. It's like, who is this lady? They allegedly making up family members. Like, I don't know. It's like, because, you know, Candace Owens ended up showing the lady that was supposed to be Kamala Harris's grandmother that was in the book. Candace Owens showed that she could potentially be the help of the house. That wasn't her. She said that's not her grandmother. And then she showed that Iris, like she showed her birth certificate, she showed her lineage. I'm not saying this. Candace Owens is saying this. She showed all her lineage and she shown that she was like Irish and Jewish. Then you see like different photos that, you know, of Kamala's family. There were colored photos and they're trying to make them black and white. So you couldn't distinguish, you know what I mean? Like whether or not they're black or Indian and, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy what we seen. None of that was ever asked. Like Al Sharpton's not gonna ask her some serious questions like that. No, CNN ain't gonna ask her. No. Well, I don't know. Anderson Cooper kind of went in on her for a minute about the border policies. He was like, "Yo, you gonna build the wall?" She didn't want to answer that.
going to say it's dead because I'm holding out hope that it can be resuscitated. But hold on to this moment,
It's
Sean,
dead.
because it's a rarity. Hold on to this for the rest of your life, okay? I am going to agree with you from the standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Lil Vegas said, a subscriber said, the meeting where Democrats said nobody is doing anything to control what's said on social media. Like, what? Yo, The View was saying that Congress needs to do something to control social media. I'm like, what did she just say? They was really talking like that. I'm like,
what
nah,
was done was inexcusable because
nah. Hold on. Shout out to Rita from Sky News Daily. Let me see. Well, I got this in there.
Occurred on an official.
When I see Rita, I click. That's my girl, bro. I don't know her, but she fired. She be clipping people. Like, listen to her. She real funny.
At President-elect Donald Trump's top 5 selections so far for his cabinet and other high-ranking administration positions. Coming in at number 5 is CIA.
Yo, a lot of people just subscribe. All y'all people subscribing. Don't be trying to play me, right? Don't be trying to subscribe to me, and then when I upload a video, y'all ain't gonna watch. Don't be doing that. Don't be tricking me. I'll be like, all right, I'm about to upload a video. Next thing I know, I get 1 view. Don't be doing that. Click the notification bell. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. Y'all knew I don't trust y'all. Y'all got to show y'all loyalty.
John Ratcliffe, and this selection matters, folks. For
hold on, before we get to Rita, somebody said, subscriber, I like to look at my chat, said The View needs to be shut down. Those old ladies need a life. You know what really messed them up? You know what I'm saying? Like when The View, hold on, when Donald Trump went on Joe Rogan podcast and he was talking about how Whoopi Goldberg used to say nice things about him, and the new girl that's on The View, used to write like columns on him, like nice things. And as soon as she gets on The View, she started talking sideways to him. Like when he broke that down, I'm like, oh man. And then I watched The View. I'm like, nah, y'all ain't right, bro. But Trump is such a soldier. He was like, you know, some of my like good friends like told me that they were getting offered positions to be on like the left wing media. And he was like, I mean, he said it's on the Joe Rogan podcast, it's on YouTube. And he was like, and they told me like, if I take this job, they're offering a lot of money. I have to be negative on you. Like, just think about that. That is crazy. Like, you don't really think about media like that, like, you know, super left, like, but he said, he was just like, yo, I got to be negative on you. And he was like, I told him to take the job anyway to get the money. I can handle it. Like, yo, thug life, get the bag. I don't care if you got to be negative. I'm still Donald Trump. You can't stop me. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm still going to win. I'm still going to get elected. Bro, they brought the whole government against this dude. You know what I mean? And he still became president. I'm telling y'all, we are living in the times. This is history. I'm talking about 20 years down the road. When people hear about Trump, what he like, almost 80? You know what I mean? But when they hear about this dude, they're going to be like, what happened to him? He had felonies and he ran. He won a landslide. Bro, I'm telling y'all, like, this is literal. And it was a landslide. Bruh. Just watch 20 years from now.
more than a decade, we've seen these institutions become weaponized to attack conservatives, not just Donald Trump. And John Ratcliffe's performance in exposing and destroying former FBI Special Agent Peter Strzok was a thing of beauty.
The approximately 50,000 text messages that I've seen with your personal beliefs like F Trump, stop Trump, impeach Trump, go ahead and confirm on the record that none of that occurred on an official FBI device or on official FBI time. Go ahead and do that.
Sir, no, they did. Many of them did.
Oh, they did. Agent Strzok, are you starting to understand why some folks out there don't believe a word you say, and why it's especially troubling that you, of all people, are at the center of the 3 highest profile investigations in recent times that involve President Trump, and that you were in charge of an investigation investigating, gathering evidence against Donald Trump, a subject that you hated, that you wanted to F him, to stop him, to impeach him. And do you see what?
Yo, what is, bro? He needs to, bro. Somebody needs to write motive right there. Like, edit that, like, motive.
Why that might call into question everything you've touched on all of those investigations.
At number 4, we have possibly the selection that has had the biggest reaction, the biggest freak out from the left, and that's Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. Here is some of his finest work.
Like, why is it that the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions? Nobody wants to impregnate.
Yo, chill, bruh. Yo, you know he got, hey, he has got them hot mad right now. Picking this dude? Oh, yo, I've been seeing him all over social media going in on lefties. Oh, it's lit.
Is some of his finest work.
Like, why is it that the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions? Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb.
Oh my God. Yo, Trump got the realest administration, bro. Like, he got the real, I've never seen an administration like this, ever. Elon Musk, Robert Kennedy, straight thug life. That is thug life. I'm going to show you a lit, like this, it be lit when I be seeing stuff like this, right? The parliament. Yo, I gotta go to one of the parliament. You know what I'm saying? They be lit. Like, this is low key. Like, we about to get into that. Yo, he talking reckless. He's like, why is the people that's worried about this is the people that's least likely to, yo, when you look like a thumb. Subscribe to the channel. Wait a minute. Hit the like button. Double tap the screen. Everything. I need an emoji. The confettis. Hit it.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you
It's over. Trump got the dream team.
say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Yo, did he just say that though, y'all?
Most worried about having abortions. Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
Yes, we're going to enjoy the next few years. And after what the FBI and Department of
He
Justice...
said, be offended. Yo, what? Hey, Trump, you ain't playing with this. You not playing. Hey, Thug Life, you really, hey.
did in trying to frame and defame Gaetz personally with nonsense allegations. I could not think of a better person to go school.
My bad, y'all. All y'all new subscribers is a whole lot of y'all. Look, hey, we get down over here. You know what I'm saying? We break down the news, but we have fun. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
The American people voted for a reckoning, and a reckoning they shall have. Now to the number 3 best Trump selection thus far. And it's a woman who not long ago was running to be president as a Democrat. But the Democrats didn't want her She was too honest, too normal, too patriotic. And let's not forget how she ended Kamala's first run to be president.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence.
And that's funny how this comes full circle, because this is what everybody's been getting on her about. Like her stance on, like, you know, her record with being a prosecutor. She's the one that really uncovered everything. And now Tulsi Gabbard is in the Trump's administration. She about to lead intelligence. Yo! And she was clipping Kamala too. Yo, man, she is. Ooh.
She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so.
I know, we gonna rewind. We gonna let Tulsi talk. She is fine.
Not long ago was running to be president as a Democrat, but the Democrats didn't want her. She was too honest, too normal, too patriotic. And let's not forget how she ended Kamala's first run to be president.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Kamala never recovered. Now to the number 2 selection.
I think she live in like Austin, Texas now or something like that. Woo! Hey, dude, like it, the dude that got her, you better treat her right, because people gonna be after her, bruh. You better treat her right, dog.
Another pick that had the left losing it and be clowning themselves by slamming a man with superb credentials. It's Trump's Defense Secretary, Peter Hegseth, first to the meltdown.
He also picked, you ready? Co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend. Not even like regular. Weekend. Pete
She got, hold on. I gotta react to that a little bit. Because Rita, I think they like got a news license or something like that, so they can play like extended, you know what I mean, stuff. But when you just reacted like me, you gotta react a little bit.
Hegseth?
Yeah.
Okay, Pete Hegseth. And he's picked him to be U.S. Secretary of Defense. Now, MAGA supporters and detractors are trying to figure out what? Because of this pick.
Not a single MAGA supporter is trying to figure it out. You are projecting again, Whoopi, and learn to pronounce his name. He rates better than you, even on the weekend. And we can all say your made-up name, Karen. Yes, Whoopi's real name is Karen Elaine Johnson, but I digress. Let's get back to her bad-mouthing a veteran with an exemplary record.
Is this the guy who's qualified to make decisions about the most powerful military in the world, who clearly does not know anything about the military?
You know, and also I feel insulted. I'm a morning TV host, and I've been here the longest.
You know, I cannot take this lady right here. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot take her. She is way too left. Like, be left, but like you be going way too far with it. Like when they interviewed Kamala Harris, yo, we just had a crazy subscriber jump. Shout out to y'all. When they interviewed Kamala Harris, she was like going in on Trump. Like, how you gonna be sitting there? Like, how are we gonna be thinking this is a fair interview? She went in on Trump so much. I'm like, we got to hear Kamala now.
Yes. Where's my ambassadorship to Italy, Donald?
Such miserable fools, and they weren't alone. Here is Democrat Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas.
Yo, who keep voting for Elizabeth Warren, bro? Like, hey, somebody said, let me show y'all this real quick. Hold on. Somebody said this. Who the F keeps voting for Elizabeth Warren? When I seen that, I lost it. Because for real, Thug Life, who keep voting for her?
Having a go, she wrote, A Fox and Friends weekend co-host is not qualified to be the Secretary of Defense. I lead the Senate Military Personnel Panel. All three of my brothers served in uniform. I respect every one of our service members. Then you need to apologise to Pete Hegseth, who is not only a veteran with 20 years of service, but a double Bronze Star recipient, and he's also an Ivy League educated, Harvard, Princeton. The folks who are celebrating these appointments have a problem with Pete Hegseth because he
Rita, chill! Rita be going off, bro. Y'all see what she just did? She like, oh, y'all want to question Trump's picks, but y'all want to champion this pick. Like, she be wildin'. Shout out to Rita.
I respect every one of our service members. Then you need to apologise to Pete Hegseth, who is not only a veteran with 20 years of service, but a double Bronze Star recipient, and he's also an Ivy League.
I know. Hey, he said, do you know anybody that moved out the country yet? I'm still waiting to see these bozos. Hey, you know, who was the dude that played in Castaway? Tom Hanks. He was like, I want to clarify. I never said that I was leaving the country. Hey, come on, man. All y'all Lady Gaga, all y'all was ready to go. Now y'all want to stay?
Educated, Harvard,
man, come on.
Princeton. The folks who are celebrating these appointments have a problem with Pete Hegseth because he transitioned to the media. Would they prefer if he transitioned to a they-them? I'm sure Pete Hegseth won't be okay with Chinese spy balloons floating across the country or the botched withdrawal of Afghanistan and then the killing of an innocent Afghani family in a botched revenge operation. He is ready to clean up the mess.
Well, first of all, you got to fire, you got to fire the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and you got to fire this. I mean, obviously, you're going to bring in a new Secretary of Defense, but any general that was involved.
Bro, I think everybody. I gotta react because this is the Ryan show. Shout out to Sean Ryan and everything like that. Everybody needs to be fired. All of them. Get rid of all of them.
General, admiral, whatever that was involved in any of the DEI woke. It's got to go. Either you're in for war fighting, and that's it. And that's the only litmus test we care about. You got to get DEI and CRT out of military academies, so you're not training young officers to be baptized in this type of thinking. And you have to reestablish that trust by putting in no-nonsense war fighters in those positions who aren't going to cater to the socially correct garbage.
And the number one selection thus far for the Trump team are the heads of the Department of Government Efficiency, the smartest men in any room, the duo of Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. This is what we can expect. Here is Vivek last year.
And large-scale mass layoffs are absolutely what we will bring to the D.C. bureaucracy, both because it is necessary and it is...
Yeah, large-scale layoffs are very necessary, I feel like, too. Thug life. You got all of these departments that are built from the federal government, people that don't do anything, but they may have, let's affirmative action. Let's get these people, like... People that don't even have qualifications to be, some people like have qualifications to be in some offices. Like, it's like, y'all ever seen like, bruh, like, they're just like, well, we're just going to keep these, just tax people more. Everything will be good. Just keep taxing them. Like, no, close these departments down.
Sanctioned by the law of the United States of America.
And we all know Elon's uncompromising style by now.
There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today. I hope they stop. You hope.
Yo, hold on. Before we get to Elon Musk, the governor of Illinois, I think. Hold on. Oh, okay. It says breaking. Governor of Illinois says local law enforcement won't cooperate with raids and deportation of illegals in his state. Even though you just had that lady, I can't remember her name. She was like trying to turn Chicago red, and she was like yelling at the mayor and all of that. Like, the governor doesn't want to play ball and doesn't want because they were saying like a lot of illegals are coming in, taking the jobs, they're taking their housing, they're doing all of that, and y'all are not doing anything about it. And so they were trying to see if they can work to flip Chicago red. And this is like the urban community, the black community that was doing that. And then look at the governor. Illinois says local law enforcement won't cooperate with raids and deportations of illegals in his state. Like, how is that not treason? Like, how is it not?
But we also want to make sure that there isn't a violation of people's rights with, raids, for example, that are done in coordination with local law enforcement on people who are, frankly, holding down jobs and have been in this country for many, many years. We think that's improper. And in Illinois, that's not something that we would condone. There's been some talk about using other states.
What do y'all think about that? I mean, like, the dude has already done it before. What's his name? Like, Holland, whatever the new borders are. Like, he's already done this with, I've been watching too much Trump, bro. I'm like, he had already did this, like, through the Obama administration. I think he was working in 2018, like, getting people up out of America. He know what he doing, bro. Y'all didn't have no problems with the ethics of it. You know what I mean? Y'all had no problem with the methods of which it was done, and now y'all got like all these made up issues in your head, and you don't want to play ball. Y'all don't want these people to leave. Y'all tired of, like, this is what it is. This is what I think. Shout out to everybody. Yo, we got a lot of subscribers coming in. Shout out to y'all, Thug Life. You know what I'm saying? This is what I think. I think they're tired of pandering to African Americans. That's what I think. They're like, we about to replace them real quick. They complaining now. You see, they trying to go red. Like, we can't stop this. We got to hurry up and replace them. They want reparations. They know they never getting it. They trying to go red. We got to replace them now. Flood the country. You know what I mean? That's how, I'm not saying that's what they doing, but that's what it feels like. You know, it's easier. Just open the borders. Like, how you not gonna, like, try to help get illegal people out of, like, America? Like, come on, bro.
But we also want to make sure that there isn't a violation of people's rights with, raids, for example, that are done.
Yo, we just had 300 subscribers. Hey, y'all, Thug Life, all y'all. Hey, don't be trying to fake subscribe to me either, y'all. Like, subscribe and watch the videos when I upload the videos. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. Oh, that's crazy, y'all. See what I'm saying, CNN? Like, we done CNN now. It's the people. Their voices have been heard. I've got 103,400 subscribers. The voices have been heard, CNN. We the new Fox News. They got like millions of subscribers.
In coordination with local law enforcement on people who are,
shout out to Froggy. I see you in there.
In this country for many
said I love this channel.
A violation of people's rights with raids, for example, that are done in coordination with local law enforcement on people who are.
Why y'all playing? I see y'all. Wait, so y'all been watching me on? We got like if I say your name and you know what I'm saying in the video, this video got like 100-some thousand views on it. Y'all been watching me this whole time and just now started subscribing like that? I just got like another jump. Why y'all be playing? Y'all was holding out. Y'all new subscribers, stop playing with me. Subscribe. Thug Life. All the new subscribers get a Thug Life. Thug Life. Carl Wampler, you a new subscriber too. You can't hide, I know. What's up? What's your name is? Cholula Wappa 1998 said new subscriber. Shout out to yo. I can't see that name. Shout out to you.
Frankly, holding down jobs and have been in this country for many, many years. We think that's improper. And in Illinois, that's not something that we would condone. There's been some talk about using other states' National Guard, red state National Guards to somehow come into a blue state and try and enforce these new Stephen Miller-inspired rules. And
just imagine, like, all right, Thug Life. All right, let's be real about it. Imagine if Trump which I think he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Imagine he actually gets people up out of here. Imagine how many jobs open up. The housing market might change because the neighborhoods, like people going to be, you know what I mean? The people that it's written to is going to be vacant. They're going to lower that rent. You know what I mean? Oh, we got to get somebody in here. Let's lower the rent real quick. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think gonna happen. All these people that was paying this cheap labor, they're gonna be like, oh, we got all these people that ain't working now. Let's raise the rates so we can get some Americans in here. Let's fill these jobs up real quick. Like that's what I think's gonna happen. Where's Pablo at? Pablo went too. Pablo, they took Pablo. The ISIS got Pablo. We gotta hire an American. We gotta hire an American. Y'all gonna see a whole bunch of your job you got right now. It's gonna probably just be like we just giving y'all just a bonus for no reason. They gonna give y'all bonuses and pay y'all more so y'all don't leave and take Hector's job. This might be the fix the economy needed. It might be. Donald Trump is saying, I got 2 Teslas, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is saying, like, we about to do away with that automotive mandate forcing people to buy electric cars. Tesla might lower their price, supply and demand. They might. Elon Musk working with the government, I don't know. Things might change. I might buy something else for somebody for Christmas. I was holding on to my money. I'm like, Christmas coming up. I'm holding on to my money. Kamala might win. I'm holding everything, every cent. I'm going to draw my kids' gifts. I'm drawing them. Now that Trump win, I'm buying everything. I'm on Amazon ordering stuff. It's going to be good in 2025. I know them Venezuelans in Colorado scared. Trump did that speech. He was like, they coming over. We're using the military. We not about to be playing these games. They didn't pack. They gonna pack up and leave, bruh.
And that's just not something we're going to accept. But
Don't advertise. You don't want them to advertise? No. What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
But
go yourself.
What? You not about to tell me what to do. You're not about to be, you're not like freedom of speech. Don't be trying to say you're not going to advertise on my platform and try to bully me and start going down. I'm Elon Musk. I am the real Tony Stark. Thug life. Go forget yourself.
Is that clear? I hope it is.
Joining me now is Sky News contributor Kosha Gator.
Yo, Trump got Elon on the team. How legendary is this, bruh? He's with Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. Like, yo, this is about to be crazy. You know he gonna find, like, Elon Musk had the people working at Twitter crying. They like, he making us go back to work. He making us actually do our job. Remember that? Do we got to react to the video? Remember that? They was crying out, we can't stand him. We can't stand him. He told us we got to go back to work. Imagine Elon Musk going government efficiency. He's going to be going through with a fine tooth comb trying to figure out what's going on. Shout out to Leo. He said, you think the America people who put the whole election complaining about gas and grocery prices are going to buy these homes is going to be the banks. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting a lot of like private businesses that's trying to buy my house right now. Like, who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen? But I know if a lot of people go back across the border, I think prices of a lot of things are going to start going down. And I think wages may end up going up. That's what I think. That's just my guess. You know what I mean? And what's going to happen. I think that, I mean, if people have been here illegally for years, working for years, you kind of like, all right, they working, but they ain't paying taxes. Thug life. It's like, the thing about me, right? It's like, come over here legally. That's all. But if if Mexico is so bad, like, why don't y'all just get together as a collective and like fix it? Why are y'all like running to another country? Like, I get it. America is great. Dope streets. I've been to Mexico. It is what it is. We got Chipotle. We got everything. You know what I mean? Like, but like fix the, like, why don't y'all like vote the people out that need to be voted out? You know what I'm saying? Do what y'all need to do and like fix Mexico. Make it great. I wish I would. I mean, sometimes I be thinking like, oh, I'm about to leave America. I'm about to leave. Only get 2 weeks vacation in this place. You know what I'm saying? I'll be thinking that too. You know what I mean? But like, nah, bro. Like, what if something go down? If Russia, like, we don't like the United States today. They hit a button and they coming at us. You know what I mean? Like, they just gonna go right across the border. Gonna take their bag, go right across the border and leave us. I want you to come here like legally. You know what I'm saying? When it go down, we all together. You know what I'm saying? Just come here legally. That's all I care about.
Let's discuss some of these Trump selections. It's clear his second term will be markedly different from the first. It's clear his transition team has been working for months now.
And then the subscriber G. Allen Beat said, income tax, Leo, they get paid cash.
To put this team together, the selection of
then they be sending like mad money back to they like countries and stuff like that. It's like the money don't even really circulate in America like that.
For CIA director is significant. The lawfare, the weaponization of the CIA is a focus for Trump's base, and so too the selection of Matt Gaetz as AG kosher. This is
we got a lot of views on this video, man. All these people seeing me go crazy. Like,
this is exciting times for the Trump base.
Now, the biggest criticism of Trump in the first term was personnel, and he fell into, even though he wanted to drain the swamp, he fell into the tried and tested.
Y'all know what company hit me up? It's like a big, like, I ain't gonna say that because I'm trying to see if I'm gonna do it. I got offered to come, like, get on like a big like situation and like debate, and I'm like when I got hit up, I'm like, oh, this will be fire. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, well, these people like real smart. I don't know. I get up there, they start cooking me. I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. They're gonna be waiting for my answer. Like, wait. Run that question back real quick. Real quick.
Washington types, because he was told.
Give me a little bit. Y'all be, hey, the conservatives be rushing. They like, we got a black one. Let's get him. let's put the engine behind him and, you know what I'm saying, help him out. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all though. Y'all do, you know, y'all do be reaching out. Like, y'all be saying like conservatives be reaching out, bruh. They be trying to help people.
And warn they'll never get confirmation in the Senate and, you know, work with them. And personnel is policy. So a lot of his supporters are really waiting to see how is this one going to be different. He's been sending shock waves in the last 4 years.
Yo, hey, what am I doing? Yo, hey, shout out to everybody. I could not wait to talk to y'all, but I got to go to work later. I work at 7 o'clock tonight. I got to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Thug Life. Everybody that's been subscribing, it's a lot of y'all. Yo, we got like 400 subscribers, 500 subscribers. Yo, y'all crazy. 500 subscribers today. Y'all is crazy. Shout out. 523 subscribers today. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing. But we gon', you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to sleep because I don't want to go to work and like be falling asleep. You know what I mean? At work, yo, Thug Life. So I'm gonna go to work and then do another live. You know what I'm saying? We're going to look at some more news. But shout out to everybody. Thanks for rocking with me. Oh, y'all. Jamie Malinky, shout out to you. Lovely. Shout out to you. Salty Army. Shout out to you. Charles Reddick. Shout out to you. All the subscribers. Fancy Hokage. Shout out to you. The new Froggy Megsy, shout out to you. Reaper Quinn, shout out to you. Carl Wampler, shout out to you. Corey Monday, shout out to you. Shout out to Alyssa. Everybody. My little zoo, Michael, shout out to everybody. But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that.